With school back in session here at MIT, some of the brightest minds in the world are here starting their school year aiming for their degrees in arguably the most competitive academic environment in America, if not the world at large. These are some serious high achievers in and out of the classroom we're talking about here. Amongst the prospective engineers, scientists, and mathematicians on this campus with a high achievement mindset includes grad student Abby Lee from Canada. Lee, always a high-energy, high-determination kid for as long as memory serves, is currently pursuing her master's degree here on campus in the Aerospace Engineering department. An athlete throughout her high school and undergraduate years, Lee had taken to endurance sports. Currently a member of the Triathlon Club here on campus, Lee has set her sights on competing on more triathlons.
So when I got here, it was kind of like that fresh start. What do I want to do? What have I been missing in undergrad? And I noticed that MIT has a triathlon club. And I loved the Olympic triathlon I did probably about 6 years ago now. And so I said, okay, let's join the triathlon club and see where it takes me. And I'd known what an Ironman was pretty much my whole life. There's someone from my undergrad who had set a world record as well in Ironmans. And so it was kind of in the back of my mind that it was this really hard thing to do. Maybe I should start with a marathon, though that was also going in my brain. But more and more I talked about it with some of my friends as a joke, like, hey, what if I just tried to do this? Trained a bit more with the club and kind of dove straight into, the life of a triathlete.
If studying and experimenting her way towards her master's degree and literal out-of-this-world work wasn't enough, there's one more place that the name Abby Lee may very well land, the Guinness Book of World Records. Her goal? To become one of the first and the youngest woman to compete in an Ironman triathlon on all 6 inhabited continents. Ironman triathlons are some of the hardest in the world.
I think I try and ignore as much of the outside world as I can. I've trained as much as I can. Maybe I could have trained more in 1 or 2 sessions, but I can't go back in time. I've already done that. We're already at the start line. So I try and just think okay, what do I need to focus on now in this race to get me to that finish line? Keeping my heart rate down, enjoying the scenery. I've gotten to travel the world through, this world record attempt. And so I kind of get to see Spain and see Brazil and all of these places I've never seen before. So trying to absorb that a little bit, keep the nerves down and, keep pushing. There are some moments throughout this journey so far that have been really, really hard. I think I've learned a lot about what I'm capable of, and that's been eye-opening for sure and really rewarding, but also just trying to push myself through it because at the end of the day, this is something I really want to do, and I'm going to have to be the #1 person driving that.
Abby's determination to hit her goals and then some has been something that has stuck with her since childhood, according to her mother, Sharon.
Never stop Abby. I think that's a big, huge thing with Abby. If she thinks she can do it, she's going to do it. And that's determination. From probably 6, 7 years of age, nothing has stopped her. So I think that with sport and school, she is a high achiever. Nothing stops her, no one stops her, and any challenge doesn't stop her.
Paige Forrester, Abby's lab partner, workout buddy, and close friend, says that drive is infectious.
I mean, honestly, it's been so inspiring. I feel like Abby is one of, your friends, they're supposed to be your peers, but I think it's really important that you look up to them. And Abby is somebody that I just admire so much. At the end of the day, when you really think about what she's doing, it's amazing. But day to day, getting to work out with her, she's probably my favorite person to work out with because she's crazy and she'll do anything that I ask her to. If I propose a 150-mile ride, she's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go right now. But actually, more importantly than that, I think Abby's one of the few people I know that is super humble. So if she's the best at something, if she's not the best at something, she's always open about that and we'll actually talk about it. And I really appreciate that because I never feel with her there's any competition between us. I just love to work out with her because we're just proud of each other. So when we are in the pool or we're on the bike, we're just hyping each other up the whole time. And that's actually true. I don't find that with people. I feel Abby's just really unique in that sense. So I love working out with her. She's awesome.
With this global goal, she is halfway home. 3 down, 3 to go. So far, Lee has taken to the Ironman course in South Africa back in March of 2025, Brazil in June of 2025, and Spain the following month. The European leg was an especially difficult race for her as fatigue and a possible stomach bug started to set in.
And so that race, hardest day of my life, and I was grinding from kilometer 25 onwards to finish that race. So to put that in perspective, my body was begging me for a nap, and I still had to tell it, you have 155 more kilometers on the bike, and then you have to go run a marathon, and you have to meet these cutoff times, or this won't be a certified race. So it was a lot of just mentally pushing myself, reminding myself that today is temporary. If I can just get to this finish line, I don't have to be back in Spain again. I don't have to do that European race again. It was really rewarding to cross the finish line, but toughest moment of my life for sure.
So what's next for Abby Lee? 3 more Ironman triathlons on the docket, including one in October of 2025, the Ironman World Championships in Kona, Hawaii. Before she heads west, she needs a big piece of the triathlon puzzle, a triathlon bike.
My biggest barrier right now actually is I don't have a bike. So I flew to Brazil with a used bike, but it was about a $1,200 triathlon bike. I was super, super excited to get to use it. And it arrived broken. And that was a killer. In Brazil, I had scrambled to get there. There was some travel hiccups, and I opened the box and the bike was broken, and I didn't know what to do. And thankfully, the Brazilians, some of the nicest people I've ever met, and 4 people were like, what size are you? We'll lend you a bike. Like, it just was such a demonstration of how incredible this community is. And I just felt so supported. So I did get to borrow a bike, and then I had to rent one for Spain, but I don't currently have a bike to train on. I'm a grad student, so I'm trying my best to accomplish this all off of my stipend, which is not super forgiving. Definitely great, but not maybe where I need it to be for this. So trying to budget for that bike, but I don't have something to train on now. Maybe I'll rent for Kona, but that's the biggest hiccup for me, trying to get onto a TT, like triathlon bike before that race and get the feel for it, maybe get it fit for me is huge.
For Abby Lee, a student, an engineer, and a triathlete, the sky, or really anything, certainly isn't the limit.
Was it scary watching the first 3 of them already? Yes. And Spain was not fun. To have to hear what she had to go through. But I think when she came through the other end of that and said nothing in her life will be that hard, I truly believe it. Mind over matter is what got Abby through it, and that'll get her through that.
Once she steps foot onto the starting line, the time for training is over, and it's all about the race at hand for Abby Lee. With 3 more Ironman triathlons to go, the path will not be easy, but with the support of the friends, family, and classmates cheering her on near and far, success has already been achieved.
Of course, I would like to say the MIT community has already done so much. I think just surrounding myself with so many brilliant and like-minded individuals has been huge. Just the MIT Tri Club, my friends, my lab mates are some of the most driven people I've ever met, and it's infectious. And that's been really great to see. In terms of the community itself, if anyone knows, great resources for Ironmans, places to find that equipment, places to find the fuel that I'll need for those races, and anyone who's open to make partnerships, like that's definitely something I'm looking towards. And just trying to have fun with it and seeing who I can inspire along the way. I always hear from people, oh my gosh, you did an Ironman, that's incredible. I'd never be able to do that, I don't run. But I didn't run either. I didn't bike. My first road bike ever I bought in September from the MIT police auction because I couldn't afford anything else. And so I'm hoping to show people it's maybe not about being the best at what you're doing, but just trying, just getting out there. And so, if the MIT community has anyone who's looking for some inspiration on getting started and just really trying your best and setting lofty goals and not being afraid to fail, I'd say come chat with me. I'd love to help.
If you would like to help Abby in her Ironman triathlon journey, visit her website for more details. You can also follow her progress towards the Guinness Book of World Records on her Instagram as well.